So you want to learn to make copies of Roman mosaics, and you want to understand what the sort of progression is, what the stages are that you go through, and this is based on the 4 stages of learning that you might have seen elsewhere, but it fits very well with this. Now, the first stage is you're actually unaware. You're completely unaware that the Roman mosaicists work to these set of rules. As far as you're concerned, you're just following the patterns. So that's the first part. And it's basically you don't know what you don't know. Now, get on to the second stage is awareness. So you know that the rules are there now, you've learned them, and you're starting to apply them. It's very mechanical at first. You have to keep reminding yourself of what they are, of why they have them, and the effect that they create. And you're also beginning to become aware of exceptions to these rules. Third stage, intentional. What this is, that you are working with the intent to put them in. You understand about exceptions. You can work very fluidly in them, but you're still reminding yourself from time to time when you come across different mosaics, different styles, seeing different standards of work. This is where most people are when they're working, when they've got experience with it. You can take that a stage further, and you're working in the flow. Now, it's not something very esoteric. What you're doing is, in stage 3, your brain is getting your hands to set the tesserae in certain ways, in certain stages. When you go into stage 4, into the flow, you've been doing it enough that your hands dictate what you're doing, because they have that unconscious expertise in it, experience really more than anything else. So your work is instinctive. The images blur. When you're at that stage, that's when you realize that it's all just lines. Whether you're making figures or patterns or whatever standard of work, it's all just lines. Now, one thing you need to understand is that unless you are doing this every day and you are doing a lot, you go into stage 4 temporarily. I flip back into stage 3 time to time if I'm not actually doing the work. So it's not a problem where you think, okay, I've had to slow down, I'm having to think about this, I'm getting I can't quite understand, I'm going to have to work out. You're back in stage 3. That's not a problem. Then when you get going again, you might flick over into stage 4. So it's not something that's fixed. It's not something that you are there the whole time. Just relax about it, work through, understand that you don't know the rules, so you learn them, you start to see them, you need to change your view of these things. You're aware of them, you're starting to use them, you're seeing the effect, you're understanding the why. The intentional is more an intense stage of that, and then every so often when you're doing the work, you'll flick over into that. So I hope that helps you understand.